Interesting timing, right? Because Fitz had been playing well, leading the Dolphins to 2 consecutive wins by a combined score of 67 to 17. I understand there's a bye week, but why make the switch at this time?
Well, what's especially interesting about this whole scenario is that Brian Flores has been so incredibly patient and quite honestly just held conviction about this decision, not succumbing to fan pressure, not worrying about what Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow were doing as other rookies around the league, but instead really wanted to make sure that he put Tua in a position to succeed when he finally did put him out there. It felt to Dolphins fans all along like this would be the moment. You go into the bye, you come out of it, and you start Tua. What nobody anticipated was two routes by the Dolphins over their previous 2 opponents with Ryan Fitzpatrick as the starter. So, it felt actually like Fitzpatrick might have been the starter coming out of this. That said, the one thing we should point to is the offensive line has been playing really well for the Dolphins. Chris Greer, the team's vice president, adding some really solid pieces both through the draft and free agency. So all of a sudden, you've got some protection for Tua, you've got the mentorship that's going on with Fitzpatrick, and really you've got a situation where now Tua is in a place to succeed, and that is what was most important to Flores all along.
Absolutely. You can't ruin a quarterback by starting him too early, and also with Tua's health and history. I mean, you have to be able to protect him. So that line has to be solid. But I'm thinking back to Patrick Mahomes, and he was able to sit behind Alex Smith for an entire year, and he has said how much that meant to his development. Talk to me about this relationship between Tua and Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, you see them there on the bench. It really looks from the outside to be a great mentorship. How is it from your perspective?
Well, Hannah, I hate to call Ryan Fitzpatrick a backup quarterback because, quite honestly, he deserves to be called more than that. But if there was a Hall of Fame for backup quarterbacks, Ryan Fitzpatrick belongs to be the first inductee. This guy has been mentoring players. We saw it with Sam Darnold and even going before that. But in this situation, he came into this spot and knew that Tua was going to eventually replace him, and he has been nothing but the best mentor. The Miami Dolphins organization absolutely loves Ryan Fitzpatrick. They love him. I would think that they would offer him a job in the organization if it wasn't even just to play quarterback at this point. They truly treasure him, and I think that moving forward, they want to see him. I know there's already talk about, will they trade him to the Dallas Cowboys? Honestly, that would surprise me from the standpoint of how much he means to the locker room in Miami. I actually, who knows what happens? Who knows what Jerry Jones would offer up? But I actually think that the value that the Dolphins place on Ryan Fitzpatrick extends well beyond what he does on the field.
And especially this year, you need a great backup quarterback. And they have a chance now that the Buffalo Bills have lost consecutive games. They're right there in the division. They're going for it. It's Tua time. I can't wait. As always, Jeff, we appreciate your insight. I mean, are we going to find the next Dan Marino? Wow, it's been a long journey. 22 starters since he retired. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.